is Throwback Weekend for the... Oh, wait. This already is a throwback series. No, I'm just kidding. It's Darlington. Let me get adjusted here. But I want to welcome everyone to the Hardee's 300 for the Grand Nationals in Darlington. I think someone's just laughing at me out there. Oh, that was a cough. But, yeah. Race number 12. 5 races to go. Getting down there in terms of the championship fight, and it is looking pretty darn close. As it is right now. Kenny Stremme coming in here with the 13-point lead over Derek Hamill. 16 points ahead of Jonathan Hoff. All of them right on top of each other in the standings, and then you got to go a good ways back to 4th. Who I don't even remember who that is. It's good to have everyone here. Well, the trickies of music making, that's for sure. The trickies, the tricky parts. Ow, my eye. Only 10 right? No. I highly doubt that. Perhaps 10 races to go until a little bit of a lull for a little bit. A little bit of a lull. Never restart an online game. Never ever. I don't know what that means, but okay. And by a lull, I mean maybe a couple weeks at most. Probably not much, knowing me. Even Newman is more... Am I missing something? How long will the lull be? At most, maybe 2 weeks, I'd say. Because of something kind of special that Epiphan is doing as well. And then also, I see how popular the Barrett Jackson series is. That series was almost overwhelming, but I don't see how I can't do it again. But then I've got some other ideas, so I don't know. We'll see what it is when return comes to be. But, oh, trust me. NR ain't done yet. Just gotta kind of refresh, revitalize, and we'll get back after it. Although never started on that game. I'm not sure what people are talking about. As there are the full starting positions. So I am a little confused. Anyways, Grand Nationals at Darlington, 37 laps for the Hardee's 300. That's all you need to know. Top 10 starting positions are stacking up as follows. Jay Jefferson, last race winner at Michigan. He is on the pole position and the best starting position that there can be. Anna Higdon finally breaking a drought. Starting up in the 2nd position. Has not been a great season for that 0, so a good starting position there. Travis Crampton and Luke Rainey. Johnny Gardner, Nathan Orman. Tom Jonas, Noah Descargo. Jonathan Hoff trying to close in for the point lead, starting in 9th. A great starting position just to the inside of Kanika Marie in 10th place in the number 30 car. Phew. So 37 laps. Now I will go and point out that the racing itself is probably not going to be the best in the world. However, oh boy, fuel mileage. Who's going to be able to stretch it to the end? Who won't? It's going to be a heck of a task, but it can be done. It can be done. We'll just see who, if anyone, will be able to do it. We got it spawn on the pit window here. 37 laps, that is like spawn on for them. So strategy is going to be the name of the game. Who's going to be able to make it? And who won't be able to is the question. Nothing happened. We're just getting ready to go racing here at Darlington. For 37 laps in the Hardee's 300. Who's it going to be? With 5 races to go. Let's find out. Right here, right now, 25 is starting 25th. Let's have a good one. Let's go green in the Grand Nationals.
Drivers, start your engines!
Of course, we needed the command first. I'm already losing my place. As the cars are rolling, we'll make sure all 40 of them are rolling smoothly. Looks like we should be all set and ready to go. 7 and 0 here on the front row. Pair of Chevrolets. Chevy in the top 4 here. Johnny Gardner's Dodge rounds out the top 5 in the 19 into the restart zone at Darlington. There it is. We are green. Jefferson holds the lead. Travis Crampton using that inside lane to his advantage up to second. And Higdon's able to file into third. Everyone just going to try and find their rhythm now. Try and get it as far as they can on fuel. And I've not started your series intro yet. I'm having a bit of a... It's going to be tricky because I've never done a stop motion intro like at all. And I don't know. That's going to be tricky to do. So... I'll try and get that to you by tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll do my best, at least. I'm going to have NCCS pre-race. I'll say that much. Is Gardner looking to the inside for third place. Jonathan Hoff following suit, trying to get by Tom Jonas. And, but 6 co-commentators for the last race, that would be too crazy. And again, this is not a final send-off for me doing like NR in general. It's a 1 maybe 2 week break from it. Granted, I don't know how things are going to be when college rolls around, but for now, we're looking alright. As Hoff put up to the high side, Elijah Gordon gets by him. You file in front of the 48 of Noah Descargo. And Luke Rainey to the inside of the 48 is going to bring a train of them with him. Including Diego Pez, there's Ben Crouch, and point leader Kenny Stremme the 4. I have no idea where you started. I don't see the 08 anywhere. Not looking too hot. Nope. Golly. Joe Rutkowski not able to catch a break, really. That's for sure. Checking in on some of these battles going on here. Descargo was able to file in line. Alan Bowman put up to the high side in the midfield there. Now Gordon underneath of Jonas. That is for a top 5. The outside lane usually gets a pretty good run off of turn 4. But if Gordon's able to hold it down there, Jonas is in a bad spot. As is Jonathan Hoff. He gets put up to the high side as well. As you can see, they just breeze on by you there on the inside. But good luck in college. Thank you. That's not till August, so I'm going to see what I can do until then. I'm checking on through everything. Higdon's closed in on these top 2. It's been Jefferson leading this whole thing, though, so far. Crouch put it to the high side in the 12. I assume you are familiar with him. Crouch trying to fight back against Nathan Ormond and Carter Friesen. But still caught on the high side. That's not going to help. Here comes Ethan Timms and Sean McKean. A blow on by. I assume you guys are friendly with each other. It's good to see as Kenny Stremme's closed right on the tail of 60. 60's trying to fend him off as much as he can. Wants to close in the point standings as much as he can. The 5 started a little further behind, but not that far. I want to see where he's running here really quick. Shown 24th. Not where he needs to be. Top 20 up for grabs here. Oscar Anderson on Dale Salzman. He'll complete the move. Is everyone up here up front starting to close in on each other? A Buddhism hotline in there recommended? Yeah, I'm sure everyone does. Sure. Zero trying for the inside lane. If she's able to hold it down there, though, that's going to trap Travis Crampton on the high side. But Crampton's just barely stays ahead. But she's absolutely right there on him, though. Got a couple dodges there, 4th and 5th. Gardner and Gordon. Here comes Gardner. Luke Rainey on the inside. In the 2. Has had enough of second place finishes, that's for sure. Elijah Gordon going to be put up to the high side here. And around they go. Diego Yepes on a strong run so far here in the top 10. Running 8th. Travis Crampton slowly closing on the 7, but again, everyone just... I don't know how this is going to work. I know that Jay Jefferson's probably getting the worst fuel mileage because he's the one leading. So I'm not sure. But, all I know is that everyone is just keeping that fuel number in mind. Or at least they should be. This track has quite a bit of tire fall off. I even lowered the tire wear, and yet they still... Probably by the end of this run, they'll be about a second and a half, at least, slower than they were early in the run. Because that is just how this track works. When the NCCS comes here, though, it should be a little more interesting in terms of the actual racing aspect. And pit stops will be taking place in that race as well. But that would be a 50-lap event as opposed to 37. Crampton breathing right down the neck of the 7. Has been here for a little while. Trying to make some mileage out of that number 33 at the moment. We'll see if Higdon can close up on these two once again. Cool little flyby there as the cars were heading into turn number 4. We are coming to 20 laps to go in the Hardee's 300. That's pretty cool. I have been paying attention to the chat here somewhat, but just kind of paying attention, seeing what's going on track here. Be careful or you'll get slapped. Probably slapped. Once again, top 3 getting closer together here. We'll see if anyone else is able to close up on him. Johnny Gardner is leading this line of 4 cars. And then Diego Yepes leading another 4-car line. All the way back to no discard go in 11th. Chris Salovic in 12th, all by himself right now. And then everyone pretty spread out from there. And Kraut's leading a heck of a line. 5, almost 6 cars. And 16th currently. As it looks like a move was made for second that I completely missed. And Higdon got to the inside. Travis Crampton now trying to take the lead away. Crampton is there. Can Jefferson hold it? He cannot. New leader. And from 1st to 4th, maybe 5th for Jefferson. He'll hang on to fourth. He gets ahead of the 50, but Hannah Higdon to the lead. Coming to take lap 22. 16 laps remaining. Tom Jonas put up on the high side. He'll file in behind Diego Yepes. And Salavec is closed up here. But new leader in the 0, the 33 and the 2 now going side by side. That is for the second position. And might allow the 7 and the 50 to close back up a little more. 33 with the advantage on exit. Rainey trying to hold it there on the inside. Can't make that work. And Gordon to the inside of Jefferson, as does Gardner, gets down there as well. Now 6th for the pole sitter. Going to 14 laps to go. Who's going to be able to make it to the end and who won't? That is the big question. 46 Alan Bowman started fair, but just said see you later. As did Connor Cameron. He started 10th, and you're at the very back of the field. As the 0 continues to lead. Coming to 13 laps to go, and our old buddy Alan Perez making an appearance. Welcome, good sir. Good to have you here. That time's continuing to drop off as the tires get worse and worse and worse. Travis Crampton's just been hanging behind the first place car, even when Jefferson was leading. Doing the same here for the 0. However, Rainey with the run. And puts him to the high side. Now drops to 4th. Coming to 11 laps to go. I did not watch the Formula E race. I need to get caught up on that for sure. So put Luke Rainey into 2nd. That's a familiar place that he's been in. Rainey's had a lot of strong runs and a lot of 2nd place finishes. Still yet to have a win so far this season. Could he try and get it here? And a pretty big stage, that being Darlington. Coming to 10 laps remaining. Yeah, you'll be the first, and I don't know, I'm just going to say this, don't get your hopes too high, because I'm not sure what I'll be able to do with it, because I've never done that before. So don't think that's going to be anything like knock your socks off. It's going to be tricky. Elijah Gordon going for 2nd place, bringing Crampton with him. Again, that inside lane loses momentum on the exit of 4. But if the 50 is able to hold it down there, he is not. So Luke Rainey holds the lead, taking lap 29. Tom Jonas put up on the high side again, and is now going to fall outside the top 10. So it's Hannah Higdon, Luke Rainey, Elijah Gordon, Travis Crampton, Johnny Gardner, top 5. Lap 30. This thing is winding down. But so are these cars' fuel supply. I don't know exactly how this is going to play out or not, because I made the fuel adjustment and did no testing for it. Because they all had to pit about lap 32, 33. But then I lowered it ever so slightly and did no testing for it. So we'll see who will pit and who will not. I can guarantee you that a lot of them are going to, because it was even lower before, and it was about 50-50. Amen to that. I will say, for any of those runners further back, they might be saving more, since they have all the air being Since they don't have to go through all the air that these leaders are. I don't know, it's hard to say. Will anyone be able to make it all the way to the end is the question. And if no one can, is pitting earlier or later going to be the advantage? I've got to think earlier because of the tires. But still, no one has made the hard left going into turn 3. That would be indicative of them coming down pit road. It's top 4, all in a line. Lap 33. Elijah Gordon trying again. We've got it coming down. Gordon and Higdon. Not able to stretch it. Johnny Gardner, Diego Pez, Chris Sullivan, Carter Friesen are all coming down. Looks like that's about it for those who came in. At least from that pack. Luke Rainey inherits the lead. Golly, does that really mean that anyone is going to make it? Because that's awfully early. Let's see, Rainey and Crampton, they are coming in. As is Jefferson, Hoff, Stremme, Descargot, Tom Jonas, remaining on the racetrack in the 57. Lap 35. We'll find out who else stayed out here in a second. Out comes the 0. Chris Myers is right there. Looks like he remained on the racetrack, as did Derek Hamill and Joey Hamilton, the 99. In comes the 57. And the 49, the 5. And by the looks of it, Higdon has inherited the lead. Either that, or if she hasn't yet, she will shortly. I think. Maybe? Ooh, hello, hello. Luke Rainey? Or is it Crampton? Looks like Travis Crampton's your new leader. 2 laps. There's Tom Jonas coming out. Looks like he'll gain some track position, but it's not going to be enough to inherit the lead. At Crampton leading, and we are coming to the white flag. No one was able to stretch it to the finish. White flag, Hardee's 300. Travis Crampton just has to navigate one more lap. Luke Rainey right on the tail of Higdon for second. Elijah Gordon is 4th. Jonas will gain track position by staying out for a while. He will, looks like he'll hold it there in 5th place. And it looks like Jonathan Hoff will gain some points on Kenny Stremme. But coming to the checkered flag, Crampton pulls it off. Played it just right, and he wins it here in South Carolina. '33, first win of the season. A great run for Hannah Higdon, though. Started second, finished second. Led for a while. Good job. Luke Rainey 3rd. And it's Elijah Gordon 4th. Tom Jonas 5th. And then you go back to Noah Descargot. Jonathan Hoff finishing where he needed to. He's going to finish ahead of the 4 by a good few spots in 7th place. Jay Jefferson, the pole sitter, was hoping for another win there, but still, 8th place finish. Nothing wrong with that. Johnny Gardner and Chris Salvik. Top 10. Looks like Kenny Stremme, I'd say 13th, just by the looks of it. And Derek Hamill looks like he may have gained some ground as well. And he finished 19th. So he will lose some points to the 4, but not too many. With 4 races to go now, he should still be in decent contention. As I think the next race we'll be headed to for the Grand Nationals is Dover. Dover. With 4 races to go. And then Atlanta, North Wilkesboro, and Indianapolis, if I am not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah. Not too hot there. But this championship battle is getting a little tight, that's for sure, with Jonathan Hoff a 7th place finish. Kenny Stremme 13th. I think that's exactly where he started. Or no, he was 17th or something, I'm not sure. So the Grand Nationals championship battles heating up with only 4 remaining. Any other notables? Not really. But hey, a pretty decent race. Was hoping we'd see someone maybe try and stretch it there, but just wasn't meant to be. No one was able to quite make that work. That's alright though. It was still a decent race though. We saw some passing for the lead, saw some movement throughout the field, so it was a good race, and the NCCS race should be even better. So I'd say this version in Darlington checks out. It was good stuff. So as we'll head to Victory Lane for Travis Crampton, the 33 Chevrolet. Win number 1 in the Grand Nationals, and I think win number 1 on the channel for Travis Crampton. So big congrats there for the 33 team. So now, 4 to go in the season. Let's see what we've got as far as point standings. Again, Stremme came into this race as the point leader. I think he'll probably hold it, but we'll see who's going to be right on top of him, giving him some pressure up there at the top. He's holding it. Jonathan Hoff 10 points back. That is pretty close. Derek Hamill losing a spot there, dropping a 3rd, still 29 back. That is just fine. Nothing wrong with that, but hey, look who's getting his nose in on this battle. Luke Rainey, car number 2. 23 back, absolutely within striking distance. We'll see if he'll be able to close that gap any further. You got to go a little ways back then to Carter Friesen. It's kind of all by himself, 42 points back, rounding out the top 5. Sean McKean, Chris Salovic, Chris Hayden, Chris Myers. You got all the Chris's there in the line. Dale Salzman rounding out the top 10 in the number 16. So great stuff there. After Darlington, battles all over the place, everyone pretty tight, but good to see this battle still looking pretty close. Of course, Kenny Stremme, though, hoping that he holds that lead. He's been the commander of the season so far. Only lost the point lead a couple times. He has been in control ever since. So we'll see if he'll be able to keep with it and for the final 4 races. Phew. And yep, 3rd place Luke Rainey, and moving up there in the standings. So let's see what Mr. Rainey will be able to do here in the Grand Nationals. So that being said, I'll go ahead and throw out that NCCS will also be heading to Darlington, 50-lap race for that one, I believe, and that will more likely than not be Tuesday night. More likely than not, again, as always, I will confirm that on the day of over on Discord. And yes, there will be pit stops for that at about the same time that these guys pitted. That should be a pretty good race. They can even try and tune it a little more, so got some time to even make it even better. So that being said, a short little race there, but a pretty good one nonetheless. Glad that we did it. I'm glad that we stuck to Darlington. I mean, it's a throwback track. This is a throwback series. You gotta have it in there. So it was good stuff. That being said, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you everyone for watching. And we'll hope to see everyone for the NCCS race again, probably Tuesday night. And yeah, I'm starting to kind of plan ahead a little bit, seeing what I want to do beyond these two series. We'll see. Again, just need to take a little bit of a week or maybe two, just kind of revitalize, re-energize, but then we'll just have to see what the heck I'm going to do, because there are a lot of possibilities. So when that time comes, we'll see where we want to break out. I might be asking y'all for some help. Just saying. But that's then. This is now. And thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good night. And congrats to Travis Crampton once again on victory. Take care. Bye for now.